Yo, tell a friend and tell a friend and tell a friend that Fat Boy Finesse is live again. It's having a technical difficulty, ladies and gentlemen, but y'all already know what it is. We in the building. We in the building. We in the building. Let go. Larry, what's poppin' with you? What's good with you? Gems, I literally, as soon as I hit the live button, I had came back in the room. That's when I seen your message. I just see your message. Randy Poole, what's poppin' with you? As you're coming in, you know what I'm saying? Do me a favor, hit that like button. That's your way to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend that Fat Boy Finesse is live again. Let's go. Shout out to all my people that's watching over on IG. You know what I'm saying? All you got to do is say yes. All you got to do is hit that like button. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it popping. We're going to have a good time tonight. Let's go. D-Hill, what's popping with you? What's good? We got that Killian share on the rocks. Larry says we need that evening crack. Yo, all of my people over on IG, man, I appreciate you guys tuning in. I tried to reformat the live so you can get the best experience possible. I don't know what was going on. We was having some technical difficulties tonight, but we in here. Better late than never. Yeah. All you gotta do is say yes. All you gotta do is say yes, man. Pull out that Latafa bottle and just spray it twice. That's all you gotta do. So. You smell so good. So. How was y'all Monday, man? How was your weekend? That's all I need to know. That's all I need. That's all I need to know. I feel like we're a little too mellow, though. Let's turn up real quick. Y'all already know what time it is. It's Monday night. You know what I'm saying? It's the best place to be. As you're coming into the building, hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. That's your way to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend that Fat Boy Finesse is live again. Let go. As you're coming into the building, you know what I'm saying? Drop a one if you can hear me. Let me know what your sin of the day is. Drop a one if you can hear me. Hey, yo, all of my people over on IG, if you can hear me, drop a one in the comments. And y'all let me know what your sin of the day is as well. We here for a good time, not a long time tonight, people. Let's go. Come on, because can't nobody do it better. It's Monday night. Y'all know what it is, man. It's Monday. Let's go. Let's go. Y'all name somebody who can do it better. In the words of Keith Sweat, nobody, baby. I'll wait. I won't even wait because ain't no need. Let go. Everybody say, because can't nobody love me better. Yeah. Can't nobody love me better. Oh. Skuggo, go. What's going on, man? It's good to see y'all. 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 Bo, BD, what's good? What's popping with you? You got that ingenious. Let's go. Rainy Pool, my grandsons. Okay, I'm gonna favorite this because I want to come back to it. Oh. Can't nobody do it better than Fat Boy. Can't nobody do it better than me. Hey. Rainy Pool, I'm gonna come back to that. All right, we got ones all in the building. You know what I'm saying? We got that Vulcan. And ooh, okay, real Joker, I see you. That's a crazy layering combination. That's crazy work right there. Monoblock, what's good with you? All of my people on IG, if you can hear me, drop one in the comments, yo. I don't see y'all talking, so I see the levels. I feel like y'all can hear me. I feel like y'all can hear me. You know what I'm saying? But I don't really know. I don't really know if you can hear me. Shout out to my brother Marcus. Oh, let's go. Hey, man, we here for a good time. You know what I'm saying? Let's groove out for a little bit. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. For those of you who are here for the first time, man, welcome to the bridge. I am your connection between the fragrance community and the fragrance industry. Around here, we make connections that make sense. You know what I'm saying? So as you're coming in the building, speak. You don't walk in people's house and you don't speak to them. I ain't even asking you to take off your shoes. All I'm asking you to do, speak to your neighbor, holler at somebody that you ain't talked to all day. Drop a 1 so you can make sure that you can hear me. Drop a 2 so you can make sure that you can see my beautiful mug pug face on this evening. You know what I'm saying? Let your boy know what your sin of the day is and let me know where you're watching from. And turn up for me real quick, man, because tonight is Monday night. It's Monday. It's Monday. Come on, man. We having a good time tonight, man. All right, everybody says they can hear me. All right, I got ones over on IG. I appreciate it. IG, I tried to make sure that y'all can see me. You know what I'm saying? So if y'all see me over here looking, I got my other computer. Now, technically, shout out, you know what I'm saying, to all of my people on StreamYard, you know, Jims, Kev, that natively, well, technically Ecamm can do it too. I just don't want to do it yet. So, you know, you can run the regular stream and the vertical stream at the same time. But I'm also running my stream directly to IG. And so previously they haven't really been able to get the full experience and see the show, but I wanted to make sure that they could actually get that. So yeah, I see everybody in the building. What's up, Garland? You know what I'm saying? Hope all is well. Paul, what's good with you? We got one. Kev, what's good with you today? Kev said, I can't even keep track. Percy, what's popping with you, man? I see D-Web in the building. All right. All right, real quick, I'm gonna get to everybody else in the chat. Rainy Pooh says, and I want everybody, you can contribute to this as well. My grandson's birthday is tomorrow, March 3rd, and he wants to get into fragrances more seriously. Can you let us know in your reviews what appropriate for teens in school and how many sprays? To me, one of the easiest Rainy Pooh, how old is he? Because I'm gonna grab something real quick. Y'all hold tight. I'm gonna grab something real quick and y'all contribute to that question. I'm gonna grab, how old is he? I'm gonna grab something real quick. Yeah, how old is he and what grade? All right, my bad, y'all. I'm back. Yeah, let me know the age and the grade on that. And appreciate everybody coming in. Like I said, we're going to have an amazing conversation tonight. Bro, we got 73 people watching already. I got 80 people watching. So that means I should be at 50 likes. Go ahead and hit the like button. It costs you nothing to chill tonight. We got a lot to talk about. You hitting the like button, that's your way of telling a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend that Fat Boy Finesse is live again. You know what I'm saying? So we don't ask for super chats. Feel free if you want to give them. We ain't asking for cash apps. We ain't asking for tithes. We ain't asking for offering. I'm not asking you for a seed. None of that. I'm just asking you to hit that like button. Raph, what's good with you? Marion, okay. Ooh, so Barry, okay. Scent Boss, I think I saw you earlier. Yeah. Hawass, yeah. Okay, he'll be 13 tomorrow. All right. Dang, I should have grabbed him too. All right. Kudos to what everybody said. 13, you're coming into that early preteen manhood. You're feeling yourself. Testosterone is starting to kick in. You don't want to do anything crazy. Now, here's the thing. We are living in a time now. I see 7, 8, 9, 10-year-olds that are getting deep into fragrances. Like, you probably follow a couple of them. And when I say deep, I'm talking about deep. Like, they got better collections than I got. To the point of what people said, OG Hawass or Hawass Ice. You know what I'm saying? Or to me, especially as we get ready to go into spring, you can't go wrong with it. To me, this is a great starter, especially for kids. Now, this is basically Dumont Nitro's answer to Rasasi Hawass. So to me, Rasasi Hawass, the OG, the original, or Dumont Nitro Red. This is going to get you quality as it relates to something appropriate for that age. Either one of those, you're going to get great performance. You're not going to have to worry about it feeling icky. Sometimes fragrances can feel, especially to younger kids, sometimes they spray too much. You know what I'm saying? Be careful with both of those. Don't spray too much. Don't spray too much. But you're not going to feel icky. They're not too oily. They're not overly oily or anything like that. Also, they're going to smell great. You're going to get great performance. They're going to last all day. The profile is going to be age appropriate. I'm going to give you a couple of others that are age appropriate. The first one, Rasasi Hawass. All right. So the bottle is back there. I should have grabbed it. Rasasi Hawass. The second one being Dumont Nitro Red. I recommend this to all of my kids, yo. Anybody that asks me about kid fragrances, I recommend that to them, especially him being 13. He's getting to that point. Something you can actually grab either one of, typically you can grab Rasasi Hawass from Burlington. Dumont Nitro Red, every once in a blue moon, you might be able to find it from Burlington. You know what I'm saying? Something I know you can find at a local Burlington. Don't sleep. I don't know how y'all feel. Actually, I think something else, oddly enough, that would be appropriate. This Sean John 3 a.m. Old school. I think this is young enough. It can work. Something I know for a fact you're going to see in Burlington that I think is still appropriate for that age you can get away with. F9 9 a.m. dive. Because I want something that's not going to... Hawass and Dumont Nitro Red, because you're getting that watermelon, some of that OG Invictus, that bubble, not as much bubble gum. This is where you mature into like the whole sweetness conversation. We ain't talking sweet like dessert. What we're talking about, this is when you leave fresh, or you maintain fresh. Everybody wants to smell fresh. But when you start to introduce sweetness, this is when you're coming, you know, that age is coming on. You know what I'm saying? You're starting to smell yourself a little bit more. That testosterone is kicking in. The pheromone, and I'm not, look, we're not trying to give off that energy. You know what I'm saying? We want your grandson to focus. You know, I'm pretty sure he's a ladies' man already. That's why we're trying to get into this cologne. So we're not trying to make him, you know what I'm saying, king beef. But 9 a.m. dive, again, is another one that is gonna maintain that freshness. Because you know how kids are. They run, I suppose because you're in this chat, that he has great hygiene. I'm pretty sure you raised him well. Another one, and these are things you can easily find very quick, because I know like the birthday is tomorrow. If you can get lucky, F9, 9 p.m. Rebel, I think a 13-year-old can pull this off. You add, so you get sweetness, but now you add some of that fruitiness to it. These are all going to be mass appealing, easy appealing. Again, just tell them go easy on the sprays. Easy on the sprays, because all of these can be pretty strong. And typically, I wouldn't recommend this. I'd recommend this to a 13-year-old who's so if he's an athlete, I think he can handle this. But I think this is age appropriate, 13 on up. I think anybody can pull this off. But this Odyssey Aqua, if you can find this, typically I do see this from time to time in like a Burlington, every once in a while in like a TJ Maxx, Ross or something like that. Yeah, appreciate everybody that's watching on IG. But to me, guarantee, like Hawass, you cannot go wrong. Risasi Hawass is an amazing starter fragrance. Risasi Hawass is an amazing starter fragrance. Shout out to the 95 people that we know what I'm saying we got in the chat. We starting off early, but I need you
Crazy work
to get to them 50 likes.
Crazy work.
Come on.
Boy, stop.
Come on, y'all.
This guy.
You know,
Ooh, got baptized.
trying to get baptized in the juice tonight. You know what I'm saying? So, yo, those of you who are just coming in for the first time, I appreciate you. Good evening. Hopefully you can hear me. Hopefully you can see me. Let me know what your sin of the days are. Shout out to Rainy Pooh. She was asking a question in regards to her grandson. Matter of fact, y'all spam cake in the chat. Say happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. And with the sprays, I'm gonna say no more. Oh, if you go Hawass, no more than 4-5. No more than, I'm gonna say 5 max. No more than that. Just hit the post points. To me, size of the neck or behind the ear, back of the neck for that sillage, and both arms, maybe one on the chest. So maybe 6 total, and you're good to go. No more than 5 or 6. Even at 13, no more than 5 or 6. No more than 5 or 6. No more than 5, 6. Yeah, but y'all spam cakes, man, and say happy birthday, man. Shout out to the team. All right, let's get back to the chat, man. Let's get back to the chat and see what we got going on. Okay. Hey, yo, real talk. Bath and Body Works is not bad. The only reason I'm not going to suggest Bath and Body Works, Dame, for a 13-year-old. For a 13-year-old, Dame. For a 13-year-old, we're not doing 8 to 12. We got it. They're trying to get more into fragrance. So, you know what I'm saying?
Ooh, he got baptized.
We don't want them to do that. You know what I'm saying? And Rich Money, that's what I was saying. I know a lot of kids they are full in. They are all the way in. I don't know what the situation is. You know what I'm saying? So, like, anything is possible just said Coach Platinum. Coach would be a good option. So it depends on what the situation is, where he is. Is he already wearing fragrances? Like, what is it? What is it about? All I know is, okay, you're trying to get more serious, which tells me there may be something there. I just think as a starter, again, it depends on the reference point. It depends on who raising you. We were all wearing crazy stuff. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on who you got, you know what I'm saying, giving you those fragrances. But to me, I think as a starter, safe. That's something that's going to be quality, money that you know you're not wasting. Because again, if he doesn't like it, you can get off of it. You can get off of it. I don't know anybody who doesn't like Hawass. And we're not trying to push clones. We're not trying to push design. We're not trying to push niche. We're talking about 13-year-old, easy access, what's gonna work, what's gonna smell good, what's gonna get the great performance. So that's how we're approaching that. That's a good one too. Oh yeah, now curve, cool water. I think we was raised differently. We was raised differently. I think those are great options too. A sample set from Sephora though, that's not bad either. OG Coach is not bad. Mancera Wild Fruits. Yo, that's one of the few Manceras that I have not put my nose on. Yeah, but the kids is putting it on. Polo 67, not bad. That's not a bad option either. Yeah, everybody say happy birthday, Amir. That's what I'm talking about. Happy birthday, Amir. Yeah, so again, it just depends, man, because like I said, I see 7-8-year-olds that are in this game heavy, man. They are in this game heavy. So normally when I talk to people, they like, yo, we want to, I always try to ask people first, what's the budget? Like, what you working with? Like, how much you want to spend? Because I can either send you to the mall. Don't go to a perfume mania, perfume world. Don't go to none of them places because you're going to end up spending double what you should be paying. We got 102 people at 7:30 in the building. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, y'all, I got to catch up. A lot of y'all, I think Versace Eros is way too strong for a 13-year-old, in my opinion. Jason, what's good? Hey, Raph, I appreciate that. Hey, man, we hit 24K today. We hit 24K, man. We hit 24K, bro. Like, we hit 24K, man. Y'all, we hit 24K, bro. And I couldn't be more excited, more happier. I say we because y'all did that. Y'all did that, man. Y'all did that. We would not have hit 24K if it wasn't for you. You know what I'm saying? So everybody spam them pandas in the chat. Spam them pandas in the chat. Spam them pandas in the chat for that 24. 24 carat gold, baby. We ain't going nowhere. Spam them pandas in the chat. You know what I'm saying? And happy birthday, Amir. Yeah, clean, fresh, a little sweet. Thank you so much for the comment. Yeah, we live in New York City. Yeah. Spring is fast approaching. Yeah, y'all need some spring quick. All that snow y'all got. 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 And it's crazy. This is actually a great conversation, man. Dame, do you have kids? Because your kid's going to get put out of daycare. You talking about Rare Reef. Here's the thing. I think this is a great conversation because I think times have changed. I think they have and they haven't. And I wasn't going here tonight. But y'all let me know in the chat, what were you wearing at 13 years old? What were you? Because again, there were no Middle Eastern fragrances out. So it's a different time period. And what we were paying for fragrances then is not necessarily comparable to what we're paying now. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, y'all let me know, what were you wearing? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the 110 people watching, man. We at 60 likes. Can we get to 75? Can we get to 75? But I'm going to go ahead and give the disclaimer, and then we're going to get into the intro, and we're going to get this thing popping because it's already 7:33, so let's get it. But as you're coming in, let me know, was it Old Spice? Was it Axe? Was it Bod? Bod and Axe was the thing when I was at 13. Like, Liz Claiborne was crazy. Like nobody, we weren't doing like crazy. Like I knew about certain stuff because of my uncles. But I'm saying if I'm looking at, like I like playing Family Feud. So I kind of take me out of it and I look at the majority. So what was y'all wearing at 13? Drop that in the chat and then we'll be right back. The views and the opinions expressed in this program are those of my own and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities I represent or collaborate with. I love fragrance. There will be no clone slander, designer slander, or niche slander. Like what you like, love what you love. Most importantly, don't take my word for it. Get your own nose on. They gonna trip when they hear this. This guy. Nah, it ain't Jada. It's Fat Boy, but you can call me Walt. Walt J. Hey, let's cut up for a little bit. Here we go. That boy crazy. Call me Mr. Elixir. My nose is something sinister. I'm stone cold like a tombstone. I'm a finisher. Finisher. A fragrance that a finisher. Preaching about these oils like they holy. I'm a minister. Trying to set the record straight. Curve is the real king. Still got love for grease. So Budge make them girls free. Can't forget that 1 million got me feeling real lucky. Call me Fat Boy, but don't test me. It can get ugly. I'm trying to find a new cologne. I don't really know where to go. That boy out here singing, boy. Crazy work. Hey, get him again, Fat Boy. I'm a real fragrance reviewer from niche to designers. You can never clone Fat Boy. I know that's right. I'm rocking with Azzaro and my homegirls, the oil lady. Paris, Milan, a little tougher than my other ladies. Renaissance man, though I never been to Harlem. Love a New York night like a crook, love a bond man. Bailing out the game, but don't call me a savior. Casting out these phonies, call me a demon slayer. In the words of my brother Dedrick Hicks, positive vibe. Positive vibes only, man. All right, we got 127 people watching. What was y'all watching? What was y'all watching? What were y'all wearing? Curve, Burberry Touch. Yeah. CK Obsession. Okay, Nautica is a good one. Nautica is a good one. Loso says Playboy New York. I see Kurt. Hey, what you know about that skin so soft though? You was wearing Cuba gold at, you know what though? I'm not mad at that. That's a good one. Gray flannel, brew, canoe. Now, some of y'all, I can tell y'all was 13 in the 70s because nobody, or you were 13 in the 80s. When I was 13, we talking, when was I 13? 97, I was 10. So we talking at the turn of the century. We talking 2000. We talking new millennium. We talking 2000. So we weren't wearing gray flannel. You know what I'm saying? And we definitely weren't wearing Fahrenheit. Polo blue, red obsession. Okay, cool. Yup. Cocoa butter. Yup. Definitely wearing that. Yup, and that Givenchy pot. Aspen and Egyptian musk. Yeah, we was definitely rocking the oils. Yup. Okay. Yeah, all of these. Now, what would be, now here's the thing. I see consistent stuff. What would be the equivalent of those things today? What would be the equivalent of the Nautica Voyages, the Curves, the all right, y'all got stuff to do. Why am I on the next frag court with Jason? What are we gonna talk about? Me and Jason actually don't even have anything to argue about. I do want to talk about that because shout out to Jims, shout out to Mondo. I watched the replay. Y'all had a very interesting conversation, to say the least. I think y'all need to have a part two. I don't want to steal anybody else's thunder. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm gonna let Kicks handle that, but I think y'all need to have a part two. Yeah, skin so soft, probably. Okay. Yeah, what would Michael Jordan cologne was a good one. What's good, Nitty? Yeah, Michael Jordan cologne was a good one. The average age for perfume enthusiasts is around 18 to 21 now. Yes, that is correct when you look at the numbers, Gems. I agree with that. But I do think that's because it is the majority of the data that is being collected. I think we still honestly are going to continue to see that number trend down. As fragrance continues to grow, and especially TikTok or whatever, I think that number is definitely going to trend down. Javon Musk, that's old school right there. Body fantasies. First of all, shout out to Lachey, you know what I'm saying? We got Miss Oiled Up herself in the building. Body fantasies, yeah, I seen a lot of them bottles, yo. Shout out to the Axe body spray chocolate. If somebody ever gets smart and redo that, Larry, there was a lot of musty people when we was 13. Shout out to the 134 people in the building. You know what I'm saying? Those of you that are coming in for the first time, man, welcome to the bridge. If you don't know, now you know. My name is Walter Jeanette, but they call me Fat Boy Finesse. You know what I'm saying? So I am your connection, your liaison, your concierge tonight between the fragrance community and the fragrance industry, man. So we simply make connections that make sense. So streaming right now live to YouTube, also streaming on IG. So shout out to my IG audience over there. But if you're just coming in, basically we're talking about what fragrances were you wearing at the age of 13 when you was coming into adulthood, pre-teenhood. I'm about to say adult because 13-year-olds, they think they grown, they smelling themselves. You feeling yourself. I'm feeling myself. But yeah, but what were you wearing? And what would be the equivalent of today? Now, here's the thing. My nephew is the same way. Like, he wears all of the stuff, you know what I'm saying, that his dad or that I would like, he puts it on. And we talking like, you know what I'm saying, like, in the 3rd grade. So that's what I'm saying, man. It's different. Stetson. That's, yeah, throwback. Aspen, throwback. Yeah, there was a lot of Axe. I'm telling you, Axe dark chocolate was great, but Axe Kilo, one of the best profiles ever. One of the best profiles ever. Yo, what's going on, Mills? Deacon Mills, good to see you. Gray flannel. Oh, we got another thumbs down. I already know who it is. Every time I go live, it's only one person. It's only one person. CK Just Me, is that you? Lachey, that's what we doing tonight? That's what we doing? That's what we doing? That's what we doing? That's what we doing? Okay. All right. All right. All right. Nubian King says frankincense and myrrh. Okay. I'm not mad at that. CK1. Okay. Low key Club de Nuit Intense Man might be the Nautica Voyage or maybe more so the Youp of today. Curve is equal to Hawass OG. Okay. I'm not mad at that take. I'm not mad at that take at all. What y'all feel about that? Is Club de Nuit Intense Man like the go-to? Like, do y'all think it's cool for a 13-year-old to be rocking a vintage? I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with it. I'm just, to what I'm used to smelling amongst that age group, I have not come across, you know what I'm saying, that. Fragrance Barber, shout out, appreciate the super chat. I was wearing Samba. Am I going to Frag Con? Yes, I am going to Frag Con. Houston. Hey, yo, if you are going to Frag Con in Houston in August, put a rocket in the chat. Spam rockets in the chat if you're going to Frag Con in Houston. If you have no clue what I'm talking about, let me pull it up for you. Now, I would just like to say this. I would just like to say this. I'm being funny when I say this. I'm being completely funny when I say this. I would just like to say the first night of Sin Explore, I went live and I said Sin Explore should rebrand to FragCon. Who remember that? Who remember that from that was it Thursday night? Yeah, I think it was Thursday night. I went live and did a recap. Was it Thursday night? Yeah, Thursday night. And I said, yo, Sin Explorer needs to rebrand to FragCon. So I'm glad somebody was watching, you know. I'm glad somebody was watching. I'm glad that's... So for those of you who don't know, let me share this real quick. For those of you who have no clue what we're talking about, there is an event going on in Houston. We have a problem. All right, so it is the Global Fragrance Conference. All right. So it is taking place. You would think, all right, we got a problem. We're not gonna do this tonight. So I should be able to immediately, y'all, what's the dates? It's on my phone. It's on my phone. Because we should immediately, I should immediately be able to see what the dates are. It is the 14th and the 15th. of August. August 14th and the 15th. It is in Houston. August 14th and the 15th. It is in Houston. The exhibitor list was just released. So our moth is going to be the Aroma Concepts, Black Magnolia, City Rhythm, Covenant Scents, Demassify, 85 Reserve. Shout out watching on IG. Etat Libre de Orange, Fragrance Bazaar, House of Dustan, Hustler Scent, Anicio, Juice Box, Komorabi, Karoma's Aromas, Mason Yusuf, Mimo Paris, Michael Malloy, Mind Games, Nasamato, Niche Brands International, Order Parisi, Paris Corner, Premier Beauty, Skin, Sun Moon Stars, Siren, Tadana, The Perfume Lab, Queen's Bar, Tribute, Vice Viva, yours truly. So for the first, this is phase 1. So I know there's some more coming. And tickets go on sale on the 21st, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, March 21st, which happens to be National Fragrance Day. So if I need y'all to get to Houston. Yeah, I'm going to Houston. Yeah, we gonna be in Houston. Also, there is another event that is happening in Dallas in April. So there's several events. ASD is this month. ASD is in a couple of weeks in Vegas. Is anybody going to Vegas? Is anybody going to Vegas in a couple of weeks? ASD is happening in Vegas. That's the 15th to the 17th, or the 17th to the 19th, one of the two. That's on my calendar as well. ASD is happening. ASD Market Week is the 17th through the 19th. If you don't know what ASD Market Week is, let me share this with you as well, because some of y'all didn't know. See, what we did at the beginning of the year, we wrote down, and I'm already registered, so I may be there, I may not be there, nonetheless. And it's free. All you got to do is get there. It's free. Now, the registration is a little weird because it's technically like a trade show or whatever, but I'm going to show you who is going to be there. Let's go to the vendor directory. And we're going to go by category, beauty and wellness, and then fragrance. So I don't know all of these, but these are the big, so we see Afnan, Ajmal, Al Haramain, Rasasi, Armaf, Azza, Baharara, Classic Wholesale. Let's see, Easy Wholesale, Elegance Distributors, Gift Express. Latafa will be there. Lunish. Michael Malloy. Michael Malloy been hanging around a lot of places. All right, and then who else? It was one more I think I seen. Perfume Center of America. They are a big wholesaler. Perfumora, Perfumes of the World, Paris Fragrance, Posh, Royal Fragrance, Scents Forever. TikTok Shop is gonna be there. I don't even know how that's gonna work. All right, Whatnot, that's gonna be crazy. And Zamaya, which is also an extension of Afnan. So ASD, some of y'all saw all the noise about Cosmoprof that was happening in Miami. There's also a Cosmoprof that's happening in Vegas. So you got two events in Vegas. So you can either go to ASD this month, or you can hit Cosmopro in Vegas in July. So it's a lot going on. So one of the things, shout out to Raph that's in the building. Y'all got to get out the house, bro. Y'all got to get out the house. One of the best ways, especially if you're in a desert. If you're in a desert as it relates to fragrance, man, get out the house, bro. And if nothing else, get out the house so you can, you know what I'm saying, chop it up with the community. The dopest thing about Scent Explore and the dopest thing about every single one of these events is going to be us. It's going to be able to see your people in person, man, meeting y'all, like, bro, like, that's the dopest thing about the events is the relationships. Like, shout out to the brands and all of that, everybody that's gonna be there. But yeah. So let me get to the chat real quick. You know what I'm saying? Because yeah. All right. Black Magnolia is owned by a black woman from Macomb, Mississippi. That's what's good. What's the name of the event? It is called the Global Fragrance Convention. So I'm gonna actually put if any of my moderators want to help with that, but this is the URL in the chat if you are interested in that. Global Fragrance Convention. That is the joint that's in Houston. Jim says you're going to the one in August. You talking about Houston? Yeah, Houston. ASD has 2 events. What's the second event? There's a second ASD? Jims, what's the second event? Oh, there is. I'm not doing that. Bro, I'm gonna be in Houston. I'm not between Houston and Vegas in the same month. Bro, and you still got Stunts. You still got TFWA. You still got Beauty World. So you got Stunts in Milan. You got TFWA in Cannes. You got Beauty World in Dubai. And you got Sin Explore in November. Speaking of which, new dates for Sin Explore. I promise y'all, those of you who are here for I promise you we're going to talk about some fragrances. I promise you. I promise you. I promise you. But the new dates for Sin Explore have been released. Because some of y'all like, wait a minute, there are fragrance events? Yes, bro. Like my calendar has literally been full from the end of last year. Sin Explore November 5th through the 7th. So it used to be the first weekend in December. It is now the first weekend in November. Book your hotels now. Now. Because I promise you, and buy your early bird ticket. I don't think tickets are on sale yet. Early bird tickets, I think, was $99. Buy an early bird ticket. I don't think, let me see. Yeah. All they did, they just released, yeah. So that's the 2025. Okay, so all of you that are really in the niche, this was the list of brands that was at Sin Explore. Amouage, Mimo Paris, Maine, EPS, Surgeoff, Fugazi, Commodity, Juicebox, Van Hellum, House of Dustin, Granado, Sniff, Armoth, Olfactive, Monegal, Rig, Harmonica, Floroku, DS&D, Burkos, Unui Nomad, Room 1015, Jason, Cosmo, Nasamato, Suspiro, Order Parisi, Mason Solis, Moesha, Oscar. Bro, y'all read that for yourself. I'm tired. That joint was packed out. That joint was packed out. Yeah, that joint was packed out. Crazy work. So the first pilot for Sin Explore was actually a FragCom event. That's crazy. Yeah. But I was like, yeah, they need to rebrand because it is no longer a scent exploration. It is a fragrance convention. All right, let's get to my sin of the day, man. My sin of the day is the same thing. Listen, because I know a lot of y'all are here, but like, man, we thought Walt we're gonna talk about fragrances. Yeah. Let me see. I missed somebody. But yeah, so what is Jason talking about? Lachey says I only got 2 in me this year. FragCon. I'm not mad at that. Bro, it's literally July, August, September, there's a break. October, well, technically no. June is Milan. July is Cosmo Pro. August is Fragrance Convention and ASD that Jim's just said. September is Beauty World. No. September is Cannes, TFWA. That runs right into October, Beauty World. And then November is Sin Explore. So it is, the summer is crazy. It's crazy, fam. That man got a one-way ticket to jail. Yeah. Jail. That's where he going. Yeah. Am I going to Milan? Hey, bro, I'm gonna tell you like this. The prices are not bad. That's all I'm gonna say. The prices are not bad at all. The prices on Milan are not bad, bro. I am highly considering it. Highly. Is Dolce & Gabbana the one a safe blind buy? Which one? Which one? The parfum that just came out? The parfum is nice. The parfum is nice. We were not at Sin Explorer this year. So far, there have been Paris Perfume Week, April, Essence, and June. Yeah, I just found out about Paris Perfume Week not too long ago. Yeah, that's the one I didn't even know about. Yeah, Paris Perfume Week. Matter of fact, because I told, shout out to Ali, happy birthday to my guy Ali. I was like, bro, you should have waited a month. Yeah, because he went to Paris for his birthday. So I was like, bro, you should have waited. You should have waited. But Paris Perfume Week is the 9th through the 11th. Bro, I'm telling you, man, it's just... That's the one thing about being in this industry, man. And shout out to the 118 people watching, man. We need to get to 100 likes by tonight. We making good time. We making good time. I'm gonna get to my sin of the day. Matter of fact, let me do that. My sin of the day is I've been rocking all weekend, y'all. I've been rocking all weekend. My sin of the day is a masterpiece. I don't care what you say. Feel how you want to feel. When it comes to me and my house and the house of Finesse, this is one of them ones. For me, might not be for you, but as for me, this is one of them ones. Shout out to Lamar by Kajal. All right. And that's the actual bottle. All right. That's the actual bottle. If you've never seen it in person, that's the actual bottle. I live. Let me tell you something. You can do no wrong with this. Best pineapple ever, in my opinion. In my opinion. I know it's highly subjective. Best pineapple ever. Best distinguished pineapple ever. It's not overly sweet. It's not overly juicy. It's actually drier than you would expect. And when you combine it with those red berries and the rolls that you get, bro, this has never, ever failed me. Now, y'all know I love talking about the impression that Yaman Leo has. To me, it is arguably a top 3 clone, top 5 clone ever made out of anybody. And when I say that, I'm talking in terms of if there was such a thing as 1-to-1, this would be one of the few clones that you could actually put in that conversation. 1-to-1 is a myth. There's no such thing as it. So y'all stop listening to people that be like, this is 1-to-1. No, there's no such thing. They're comparing stuff to the dry down. 99.9% of the time when people say something is 1-to-1, they're talking about the dry down experience of a fragrance. And they're talking about to the average person, which is who they're selling to. So y'all get mad when influencers and reviewers say that. I'm like, they're not even talking to you, because you, as an informed consumer, are supposed to be smart enough to know there's no such thing as 1-to-1. But we're not gonna get on that just yet. But this right here is one of them ones. One of them ones, especially as we get ready to go into spring, as we get ready to go into, man, I don't care what time of the year it is, but we going into warm weather. This is gonna sing. It's gonna sing. I'm talking sing off your skin. The performance is phenomenal. The projection is phenomenal. Ain't a day I worn this that I have not gotten at least 3 compliments, and I'm not over exaggerating. if I could pick up the phone right now and call people like, will you please tell these people? Y'all might think they lying for me, but you ain't got to lie, Craig. We're gonna talk about that too. And you might remember the video, the short that I just posted yesterday. The two of these together, bro, because the thing is, this is primarily pineapple and rose. And you get this musk in the dry down, okay? You get a nice, beautiful musk in the dry. And what I love about this, there's also this apple and coriander in here, right? So the coriander is kind of like, in some fragrances, coriander can add spice. In some fragrances, like food, coriander can add flavor. Y'all know how, but like, you know how paprika doesn't really have flavor? You got to dump a lot of it in there to really add flavor. That's why people talk about smoked paprika. I'd be like, yeah, okay, whatever. It's really just for coloring. It's really just for coloring and maybe just a mental texture type of thing. Coriander does that to this fragrance because when you combine it with the apple, you know, apple is weird in a fragrance where apple is one of those things. Apple is not a bridge. When you put apple in your fragrance, it can turn your fragrance in certain directions. So apple is not a bridge between the top and the heart, the opening and the heart of a fragrance. That's what makes this pineapple so distinguished, because the first time I ever smelled this, I was like, y'all, this is gonna sound crazy. It's almost like a musty type of pineapple. You know how you get fruit, especially out in the opening, out in the wild, in its natural setting, and it be like, oh my God, like it doesn't smell sweet. It has this essence that you be like, smell like a woman, smell like Eve, not musty. Yeah, musky. This pineapple smelled how Eve smelled. Then when Adam said, whoa, man, bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh. That's what Eve smelled like right here. But I want to bring out more of the musk in this. So what do? I bring in another fragrance, I tag team, and we got that Montclair Pour-On. Primarily, I didn't even know there was pineapple in here the first time I smelled it. Like, this was my greatest blind buy ever. Actually, this was a mistake. Y'all want to know how I ended up blind buying Montclair? I bought the wrong one. There was another Montclair that I wanted to buy, and not the one with the display on it. There was another Montclair, and I don't know if I wasn't paying attention or what, but I ended up getting this, and I sprayed this, bruh. Immediately.
Crazy work. Boy, stop.
I was like, oh,
This guy.
my
Ooh, he got baptized.
God.
That's split. That's split.
That's all I can say. That's all I can say. The combination of these two fragrances, remarkable. So I went to the funeral Saturday. I put it on. I did. Some of y'all saw me. I put it on. Yeah, I was smelling myself. My sister said, oh, you feeling us? I said, today I am. It's my grandmama, man. I'm sitting on the front row too with my mama. Yeah, I put it on. And I was loud. There was over 500 people in that room. There were people outside. There were people that was in the overflow. There was people standing up. Yeah, I was loud. And I'm talking all day till that night. This gonna sound real crazy. I had cousins that forgot I was their cousin for a brief second. They was like, woo, I got to get away from you. Cause unfortunately back home, they're not used, and a lot of my homegirls back at the crib, they talk about they not used, you know what I'm saying, to men like putting it on and smelling the way they supposed to smell. Now, not in my family. Not my family. We don't do that. And one thing we gonna do. Yeah, we gonna do that. But yeah, that's my sin of the day. And now here's the crazy thing. I know I talk about Talab. Talab is louder than this. Talab is stronger than this. But here's the thing. This is on sale right now for $118. I don't know how long it's gonna be on sale. I don't know how long they're gonna have it. I'm gonna drop it in the chat real quick. Lamar is on sale. Hold on. Wrong one. This one right here. Lamar is on sale right now, $118. Do what you will with that. Matter of fact, let me check right now. I'm gonna hit the link. Just so I ain't lying to y'all. Y'all, somebody verify. Matter of fact, I just gave you the link, so you don't think I'm lying and I'm just trying to sell you on something. Because shout out, Will talked, every time I talk about Lamar, Will has talked about this because I'm like, yo, you can spend $85 and go get the clone because it's gonna cost you $85 if you want the 100 mil. Or you can get a discovery set and add it 5 times and you get 5 10 mils, so you get 50 mils for $50. It just depends on what your budget is. Or you can just get this. You can get the OG for just a little bit more money and you get the present. Look at the presentation. Look at the bottom. Look at the twine. Look at the presentation, fam. Come on, man. It's a mantelpiece. Let me show it to you. 118. After we get done here, it might be sold out. Y'all see that, right? After you use the coupon, wow 15. 15% coupon, wow 15. So normally retails for like $220. Now, I love Kajal. And and I hate the fact that sometimes discounters make it seem like the value of the fragrance is cheap. Cheaper than what it should be, because to me, this is worth the $220 that it costs retail. It's worth that. It's worth that. It's worth that. But it's on sale for $118. So do I'm not trying to sell you on it. I got numerous videos talking about it. So take that how you want it. But yeah, let me get to the chat real quick, see what y'all talking about. See, I told you. I told you. Yeah, it's normal. And that's the thing. It's usually Frag Flex normally has it for around like 125. And then Joma usually has it for like 125. But yeah, you can get the 10 mil. If you want to sample, I promise you, if you don't like Lamar, sell it to me. I'll buy it from you. If you don't like it, just give it to me. Nelson, what's good with you? Yeah. All right. Buried my grandmother in January and had to rock the only scent that ever got a reaction from her to send off MFK Gentle. Hey, I'm not mad at that at all. I'm not mad at it at all. Yo,
This guy.
Hey, get that man out of here. Yo, we got 100. We got 100 likes in the building. Shout out to the chat. Let's go. I got that Alabama. Boy, y'all wow. Y'all wow, boy. Hey, I'm telling you, I'm not lying. I have people that can verify this information. It was like, yo, she all right? Like, she do realize y'all, like, I'm talking like my second cousin, like old cousin. Like, she my mama first cousin. I'm like, chill out, shawty. Like, hold on, auntie. Like, all of my older cousins, I usually call them auntie. It's specifically the ones that helped raise me. If they change my diaper, I call them auntie. If they was just round the way. Yeah, and it was also my mom's birthday. So that's the crazy part. It was I'm gonna tell you something though. And I told y'all this before, and we're gonna get back on track. But I'm so grateful. And I'm yelling because I'm excited. Because y'all family. One thing you're gonna learn about me, Bernie Mac is my favorite comedian. I don't think Kevin Hart is funny. I don't think Mike Epps is funny. I don't think Cedric the Entertainer is funny. Ain't too many people funny. If they not Bernie funny, they're not funny. I'm an old school, like Def Comedy Jam type of comic. Like that's funny. Honestly, I like a lot of these IG comics where they really don't have sets. They really just go on stage. They kind of converse with the people. You know what I'm saying? And just josh on folk. I'm a Bernie Mac fan. I'm rude. I like rude comedy. So we family. We family, North Carolina. We family. But my family we don't wait until funerals to do what we do. One of the things that I hate that I see often is when people get up at a funeral and they give a speech and they be like, family, let's make sure that we stick together. That has never been the case. What made this weekend so special? That's a regular weekend. Instead of 500 people, it might be 100. It might be 200. The block, the community called Terracea, shout out to TC, anybody that know anything about Eastern North Carolina, the Beaufort County area, Pantego, Belhaven, Bath. Some of y'all know, you know about Blackbeard. So you may, even if you're not from North Carolina, if you learn about Blackbeard, the Pirate, Bath, that area, that's home. Bro, we call Terracea the Harlem of the South. Terracea is some people call it the Harlem, some people call it the Brooklyn. It's the New York of the South because we have most of our people, ain't no in between. You either from Jersey, New York, or you from that area. That's the pipeline. And so it's the block. They only have blocks in the country. We got blocks because it's 4 lanes. It's 4 lanes. And it was jumping. And that's any given weekend. So I'm grateful. My grandmother would have been excited just to see. And the crazy thing is, bro, we really kind of eulogize her because we just celebrated her 90th birthday party at the beginning of the year, man. And she wanted, my grandma, she is saved. She loved the Lord. She is a praiser. So she wanted a church service for her birthday. So so that's what I'm saying. This wasn't new. It didn't necessarily make it easier, but it wasn't new. So I'm just grateful, and no shade, no shot to anybody. I told y'all this last week. If you ain't got no insurance, get out my chat. Respectfully, not because I'm trying to play you, but because I'm like, yo, we over here, we make sure priorities is in order. We talked about 2 things last time: life insurance and go to the doctor. All right. I don't care nothing. We don't care nothing about this scented water if I ain't here to smell it. I can't leave this behind. I mean, you got that word value. Nobody don't care about that after I'm gone. I mean, you might. Like, yo, we need that fragrance collection. That's cool. You do what you would do with it. I can't do nothing with it. I might tell them put it in. Matter of fact, just dump it all in the casket with me. So every time you walk past the graveyard, you be like, dang, that boy still smell good. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Yeah, bro. You was born in Belhaven. That man out here talking about fart, Dr. Boy, yeah, that's crazy, bro. So was you born in Pungo? Was you born in Pungo? Uncle Daddy is diabolical. Boy. Hey, Ben, you gotta chill, bro. You gotta chill. Eddie, I respect that. I respect that. And I respect what you said. Because again, this is why, for me, that's why I say for the House of Finesse, this is one of those fragrances I will praise and I will champion. Because that rose, man, and I'm not even a rose guy. Y'all already know, I'm not even the rose guy. Like, I grew up, like I had to grow into rose in the last year. Bro, you a Barbara and a Swindell. We might be cousins. Yeah, so yeah, we didn't have to use no cash. Thank God, man. Thank God the policies took care of it. All right. I'm gonna actually get in the icon in a second. So let me do something real quick. Let me hurry up. Let me hurry up. Hey, what's going on, bro? I appreciate that, man. Shout out to Jeremy in the building, man. Hey, what's going on, bro? No, see, y'all gotta understand, man. I say, those of you people that really know me know I've said this often, and I've said this in Fragcom early in my career. I am only here because of everybody else that came before me. Like when I came into this space, shout out to my guy Josh Elroy Prepson. Josh was like, Walt, we thought you was a plant. we thought you was a plant, bro. You know, matter of fact, Jim said the same thing, you know, because again, when you, and I had to help people understand, I'm not new to the platform. I might be new to Fragcom, but I'm not new to the platform. Now, my background can make it seem like this is weird. Like, who is this guy or whatever? So I came in, I was watching Ross, Dedrick, Gents, Jason, Sips and Sniffs, all of that, Tazo, Jeremy. It was a lot of people. My guy Mo, of course, Jeremy Fragrance, you know, I used to see Jeremy, but Bowtie, Big Beard. Big Beard was like my role model. You know, you see Jit Sense, Ashton, Chaos, Need. Some people just unavoidable. So you start to see all of these people. And Dedrick was the person that really kind of formally introduced me to the community. And so what happens a lot of times is that in this space, and I want to talk about this because I made a comment, shout out to All World, shout out to Mondo. I made a comment on, Mondo made a post on IG a couple of days ago about this whole fake thing, this discussion about clones, this, that, the third. And I was being funny because shout out to Glenn, shout out to Mr. Cologne. And he commented on it and he was talking about two brothers that he could be watching now. I don't know. Shout out to him. He was talking about two brothers that told him he was elite. So you know me, I'm like, hey, that was me. You could have tagged me. And I'm not being funny. I'm when I say I'm really laughing right now. And I was like him, Mondo, my guy Fragrance Overload, Suits was on there. It was a couple. I'm like, yo, we need to have the conversation because we're mad at the wrong people. And some of y'all know how to read in between the lines of what I'm saying. And what bothers me about Fragcom, but it's unavoidable, is that in any community, it is a mirror, it is a microcosm of society. And if you're not careful, you're gonna find yourself fighting against a lot of things. And it's like, we're not even enemies. We have difference of opinions, but I don't have no alt with you. I might not like the way you present something, and you might not like the way I present something. And I think we can come together and be better educated. I think the problem in this space, just like any other space, too many people want to be right. But what's the point of being right when the fragrance brands is making all the money? And we sitting here arguing over likes and views to prove a point that is completely subjective. Oil and water. That's what we arguing over. Again, going back to the live with shout out to Kicks, on Fragrance Court, Kicks Court, with Jims and Mondo. With respect to y'all, I was like, this is a pointless argument. Because when we talk about value, you know how they say beauty is in the eye of the beholder? We go on IG, TikTok every day and we see people in relationships and we be like, there is somebody out here for everybody. Guess what? There is a fragrance out here for everybody. Who cares? Only Fragcom cares. Y'all gonna buy that shirt. I keep trying to tell you. It is the stupidest discussion. That's why I was like, yo, I'm not trying to disrespect you and say you're an elitist. Because people start talking about, man, my background and what I've done. I don't give a flying flip about it. I respect you. This is what I'm saying. If I'm looking at your background and you got 10,000 niche fragrances in your background, respectfully, I'm just talking. Why are you so concerned with what's going on in the clone space? This is why I named my live The Bridge. Because if we're not careful, we're going to start having conversations with a bunch of racial and economic undertones. And that's why I say it's a stupid conversation. because it gets to a point. Mondo was talking about, he started off, the whole debate was based around the cost of materials. And I'm like, okay, I don't want to watch this no more. I don't want to watch it. I don't want to watch it because this is what I'd rather you do. I'm going to say something that's going to be real crazy. Y'all know I keep it 100. I'm going to say something that's going to be real crazy. I don't have a problem with racist people. I just want to know that you're racist. You don't bother me. Feel how you feel. It makes me know, never mind. I could really care less because you cannot affect what I have going on. When you affect what I have going on, then we got a problem. But tell me, what I despise more is people that like, it's the undercover. It's the, you will sit with me, you will eat with me, you will ride in my car. We'll share life, and the whole time you a Judas and you plotting against me. That's what I despise. But if you look me in my eyes and be like, well, I don't like you, I'd be like, bro, we gonna be the best of friends because I know where you stand. The community has to be the same way. I just want to know where you stand. Because to me, people get in comments and and I won't even go in here, but people get in the comment section, they be like, why do y'all always talk about what you like? So you want me to get on this app and spend the majority of my time talking about stuff I don't like? You hear how stupid that sound, right? That's crazy. So I'm not going to spend my time and energy talking about something that I should not care about. But the truth is I care. Why? Because it gets attention. It gets attention. Shout out to EQ. I've said that. I said it. And my other thing, y'all know how we do over here. We call names. We call names. I don't subtweet people. I don't subtweet people. I don't say brothers. I call names. That's why I was like, yo, who are y'all talking about? Man, people out here getting paid. Who are you talking about? What a line that. Sign me up. I would love to know. Where can I get a check? I'm going to show you how to get this check without selling your soul. Please tell me. I want to know. But I'm like, yo, why do y'all keep having conversations about things that you don't like? Because if you're going to have the conversation, you have to be neutral. You have to be willing to invite not the opposition, but the other side of the quote unquote debate or the argument or the conversation. When I can't even think of her name, but when she asked about Amir and about what's an appropriate fragrance, somebody would have been like Creed Aventus. And granted, that's fine. But you have people that be like, I would never waste my money on Rasasi Hawass. Okay, it's okay. That's fine. Just like some people don't eat McDonald's. Do you think McDonald's care? Do you think McDonald's is not aware that some people don't like McDonald's? Do you think that moves them? That's why I say we mad at the wrong people. Because we want to be right instead of being all I need from you is understanding. Now, if we T.I. and 50 and we trying to promote some albums and some music and get this verses popping, just let me know that's what we doing so I can beef with you accordingly. You know what I'm saying? So to me, when that's why I was like, y'all sound elitist. Because the first thing that come out your mouth is about price. And I'd be like, oh, don't do that. And shout out to Suits, man. Shout out to Charm. Shout out to Charm. We had this conversation, I think last year. You know, it was like clones versus OGs. And Suits asked the question. He was like, yo, if money wasn't an issue, wouldn't you just buy the OG? And I'm like, no. There are plenty of people with money. They just buy what they want to buy because of what they put value in. And shout out to Mondo, who brought up the whole car thing last night. And I'm like, I wouldn't do that. Because there are rich people who choose to drive a Toyota. You know why? Because they find value in not wasting money on depreciation. So people bring up, well, the cost of parts as it relates to a Mercedes. Nobody's second guessing that. But again, there is no one side, there is no blanketed one rule when it comes to value. Which is why I say we got to be careful, because you gonna look down on the person that can't afford J's and they can only afford them Shacks. Hey, young buck, get your money up and you might be able to afford this one day. That's what we sound like. But then you be like, oh, I'm not like that. I worked hard to get to where I get to in life. Okay, then until you find a way, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. And until you find a way to appropriately communicate and convey what it is you really want to convey, then don't say nothing. But we're not going to be passive. I told y'all, I got the hammer. And shout out to Kicks Court, but I got the hammer. We calling names and we call it, and we going to set the record straight. We're not doing this passive aggressive stuff in 2026. That's why I get my disclaimer. We love what we love. We like what we like. It's okay. Y'all about to have a stroke arguing with people and they making all the money. Thank you, Raph. It's all about egos online. It's understandable and not understandable at the same. Crazy. Bro, we talking about you arguing with me about a clone. You arguing with me about niche. Ain't neither one of us getting paid. Neither one of us getting a check. Hey, that's what I tell you. I don't have no dog in the fight. Where the check at? JC, what's good with you? I click off YouTube channels that tell people to spend more. Grayling, you smelling great, right? Yo, y'all crazy. Upmo says, I stopped the trend years ago. I don't get on that boat anymore. It's a bunch of frag half-wit reviewers review it. I say this all the time. What smells like a 10 to you might be as absolute. Prime example. People will get mad at me because I love this so much. Okay, that's fine. I'm pretty sure y'all do too. People go, oh, that sucks. Okay. That's what's up. You feel better now? Do you feel better? Do you feel better? But was it Eddie? What did Eddie say? Eddie said he bought a decant of Lamar. He bought a decant of Lamar and he was like, I can't get with the rose. I can't get with the rose. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I respect that, because again, it's all subjective. It's all subjective. I love what she's normally in my chat sometimes, but she says she's retired. I think she's a retired vet. She says, act your wage. And that's not just with fragrance. That's with anything in life. That's why there's always going to be people that this is good enough for them. This right here is valuable enough for them. I'm going to recommend that to them. There's going to be another group of people where this is going to be good enough for them. Okay? There's going to be another group of people that this is good enough for them. And y'all know I don't have no roses. So like we gonna start. I got decants, so I can go grab them. We got plenty of 10 mls and 9 mls and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Look, as money making Jason would like to say, Jordan from the free throw line, Jordan from the elbow, but I'd be like, hey, that's 6 rings. There's always gonna be people that's good enough for them. There's always gonna be people, it's good enough. And again, y'all mad at Cal, Y'all mad at fragrance knowledge. Y'all mad at Ashton. You mad at Noah. You mad at you mad at Neeb. You mad at Jeremy Frank. You mad at all of these people who are paying you no mind. You mad because they getting flown out. You mad because they cashing checks. You mad because they getting fragrance bottles. And then we'll say, well, that's because the niche companies, they don't spend money on marketing. Well, I tell you what, in 2026, they better find a way to spend some money on marketing because this train ain't stopping, buddy. All the money goes into the fragrance. That's fine. And then you name some fragrance that only 5,000 people have heard about. You know how many people it is in this world? You think I give a flying flip about what 5,000 people think? I'm not disregarding those 5,000 people saying they're not important. You cannot bring a knife to a gunfight. Oh, they sell out. They sold 5,000 bottles to the 5,000 people that know about them. And that is great. They have a cult-like community. That's dope. I love indie niche because they are holding down the fort when it comes to true perfumery and pushing the envelope. And it's like, hoorah. Shout out to them. I love it. Artisanal, whatever, indie. Now we making up categories to further separate ourselves. It's okay. Like, that's what's up. That's what I say to people. I be like, that's what's up. Nah, man, because, you know, the ingredient is this. Okay. So, what'd that mean? At this point, it's the Samsung Apple conversation. I'm apostolic. Guess who we get our glass from? Samsung. Guess where every phone company in the world gets their glass from? Samsung. Guess whose chip? Well, before Apple started, you know what I'm saying, making their own silicone, everybody was using Snapdragon chips. I'm like, bro, we all need each other. Samsung and Apple ain't beefing. They depend on one another. Sony and Canon, Nikon, they're not beefing. We need one another. These brands, they're not really beefing. They need one another. They need one another. I got a clone. I just held up Ingenious Ginger. We talked about the clone the other day. You know what happens when the clone comes out? The sales for the OG goes up. Because people want to know. Like we need one another. And I'm like, bro, this is not politics. It's okay. It's just fragrance. Like, that's my thing. That's why I tell people, I like, this is the stupidest conversation. This the dumbest. This is crazy. This is crazy. That's why I do my lives the way I do. I'm like, bro, you gonna get all of it. We gonna talk about a little niche. We're gonna talk about a little clone. But I cannot ignore that the thing that is driving the conversation the most right now are the Latafas, the Afna. Why you mad at me? Be mad at the algorithm. Be mad at Quentin Biche. How about that? How about y'all go get mad at the perfumer? Oh, they using cheap ingredients. That's y'all king though, right? That's y'all hero. QB, that's the man. Provenzano, that's your man. Jordy, that's your man, right? Obviously, they don't care. I ain't got no dog in the fight. I just tell the truth. You know. Shout out. 118 likes in the building, you know what I'm saying? Sharp as iron. And Carlin, y'all have heard me say this. When have you ever seen a piece of iron strike a piece of iron and sparks not fly? Come on, man. Like, I'm like, you mad at me? I didn't make the fragrance. I'm just talking about it. That ain't better. I didn't say it was. So who you mad at? You mad at Cuba? You mad at Curly? Who are you? That's my, where my music at? What Tony say? Just be a man. And I'm not questioning anybody's manhood when I say that. Who are y'all upset with? That's what I want to know. Put a name on it. If you gonna be that upset about it, put a name on it. Otherwise, I'm going to say what I continue to say. Just respectfully. I'm not gonna tell nobody else to shut up. Just be quiet. I watch your channel to learn. I watch certain people. I'm like, yo, you got 1,000 niche fragrances behind you. I'm learning more about niche. Help me. Instead, all I see you talking about is trying to figure out why you ain't get a flight to Dubai, why you ain't get a check, how freight. And I get it's cool content. But like I said, it gets to a point where we start to see people seething, you know, and I'll be like, are you okay? Are you mad? Like, are you upset? It ain't even that deep, bro. It ain't even that deep. It ain't even that deep. Who said we were upset? Bro, folks be upset, dog. Folks be seething. Folks be upset, bro. Bro, this is why I stand by it. Raph, you've heard me say this. Jims, you've heard me say this. Red Adolescence is my, I like my two favorite. I don't care what y'all say about Cuba. My two favorite reviewers are Red Adolescence and Cuba. The reason I love Cuba is because Cuba don't give two flying flips how y'all feel about him. I respect that. Now, Cuba can say some stuff, you'd be like, okay, this got wild. Cuba does not care. And as much as y'all try to get on Cuba, Cuba don't sway y'all to buy stuff. Y'all be lying, bro. Y'all be lying. Y'all be lying. Cuba don't sway y'all to buy stuff. Cuba just talks about the fragrance in his own way. And y'all swear he be shilling, and I be like, if he's shilling, we got to change the definition. Cuba gives some of the most thorough breakdowns on a fragrance you ever gonna see out of the big dog crowd. Out of those, the people at the top, he don't need me defending him. But if we gonna keep it a buck, if we gonna talk about people that thoroughly break down a fragrance, y'all gotta stop, bro. Y'all gotta stop. Y'all gotta stop. But Red Adolescence is my guy. Steve is my guy. Steve can talk about a fragrance. You don't know if he like it, dislike it, whatever. This is the fragrance. This is what it is. This is what it's not. If I'm lying, John and Maurice, will y'all please get in this chat? I talk about him every day. I study this man. Because I said, Lord, you got to help me. How? Because y'all know me, I like to give context. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and you got to be yourself. But I admire the way he approaches, bruh. When you can sell without selling, you a GOAT. That's why right now, to me, he got the sauce. When you can sell without selling, his emotions, his face don't even change. You are literally forced to experience the fragrance for yourself. He does not sway you. Like Cuba's personality can sway you. Sometimes Ashton can sway you. Like Neeb is just gonna hit you in the throat. I like Neeb. Neeb don't care either. Neeb just gonna hit you in the throat and gonna tell you, don't buy that. So that can sway you. Everybody else, Kyle, Noel, FBF, Fragrance Knowledge, Flayin, all it. Like I respect them. I respect what they do because they are great at what they do. But for them, it's more personality than product. What's my rule, y'all? People don't buy products. People buy people. And that's why they are successful. That's why they get all the PR. That's why they get the checks. Because people don't buy products. The quicker y'all understand that, this is why Jason changed his handle to Fragcom as a business. The quicker you understand that, the quicker you're going to bring your blood pressure down, stop getting mad and live your own life and buy what you buy. Buy what you want to buy. Smell how you want to smell. Spend your money on what you want to spend your money on. The quicker you do that, bro, we gonna have a great time. We're gonna have some great conversations. Mr. Wham, I appreciate that. Bro, I'm telling you, cute to me, if people feel that Cuba is a shield, sign me up for the Masterclass 101. That it is all personality. Because when he don't like something, Cuba knows how to tell you without destroying the brand. That takes restraint. To lead with your Steven doesn't do that. He's a marksman. He like a sniper. You never see him coming. Cuba, you can see him coming from a mile away. And still, even with all of his bravado, all of his brash, all of his presence, all of his personality, you still might buy the fragrance. Even if you think like, this ain't for me. But hey, it may be for you. That's skill, bro. If that's shilling, we in bad shape. We in bad shape, bro. We in bad shape. Exactly, man. Exactly. So that's why I be like, bro, y'all mad at the wrong people. I'm telling y'all, yo, I'm watching you for what you provide. I don't care. Like, shout out to Bowtie, who has popped up on my algorithm. You know why? Because Bowtie back to talk about niche. I don't want to see, respectfully, I don't want to see Bowtie decked out talking about Latifah. I don't want to see it. My brain just, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. This reminds me of how when absolutely Jensen's Redless organization always heavily inspired frequency. Utmost, I'm gonna tell you why that's not true. We all have links in the description. I have links in the description tonight. That does not mean we receive the bottle for free. Now, if you want me to go there, I can get real pissed off because the fact of the matter is a lot of us really are blessed to have the affiliate links. That don't mean we get the PR. It just so happens we have the fragrance. We could talk about it. Like I tell people, y'all have heard me say my bottle's got to clock in. Bro, Kajal didn't send this to me. Oh no, where's my Lamar bottle? I paid for this twice. I gifted one. I bought that. Shout out to Kajal, shout out to D-Hub. Nobody sent me anything. I have an affiliate link to this. So let's do this. Let's do this. Y'all done knocked me all off track. Let's go here because I was going to talk about this tonight. We still making good time. It's 8:41. Let's go here. Let's go here. I post, if you follow me on IG, if you do not follow me on IG, you need to follow me on IG. You can see it right there. It says the Fat Boy Finesse. That's on IG and TikTok. I posted something the other day about, so you want to be a fragrance influencer. All right. And these were the rules. All right. I'm going to go through these real quick because I want to speak to something. Yeah. Affiliate links is shilling. And I feel like RXL was the one that really started that. Because I'm like, y'all do realize all of us aren't getting PR. Please tell me where the line is to make sure that every single fragrance I talk about, I never have to buy again. We're not there yet. Oh, I'm going to get there. I'm coming. I'm on my way. It's going to happen soon and very soon. I'm just not there yet. I've been blessed to get PR. So I'm not crying the blues because some of my people don't get none and they putting in work. But that's the thing. The work comes first. Y'all don't understand. An affiliate link is reward. It's respect. You ain't getting no affiliate links if you ain't pushing nothing. Unless you're Azzaro. They sent PR to everybody. So y'all have to, you gotta get rid of this mentality. Somebody commented on my video the other day. And so what YouTube does is they says creator may receive commission. So that was like, well, as soon as I saw that, I clicked off. I was like, y'all are so unintelligent. It showed there is a difference. When I tag a product, it's called YouTube shopping. Anytime you tag a product, this is all because what happens is some of y'all get PR, some of y'all get paid, and you do not select branded content in your videos to show the viewer that you were paid. According to the Federal Trade Commission, you're supposed to do that. And y'all better pray to God that YouTube don't crack on that. Because that's been, and that ain't just Fragcom, that's been sliding for years. So it makes it's a shame I gotta have a disclaimer. It's a shame I gotta say stuff like, in full transparency, they did send this to me. Or in full like, it should make a difference. But I understand we are at that place because y'all think everybody is shilling. The Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, and it's crazy to me. Anytime you tag a product in YouTube shopping, it says creator may earn commission. This is for the YouTube for dummies out there. That don't mean I'm gonna get paid, because just because you click on it don't mean I don't get paid per click. This is not a website where you get paid per click. This is not PPC. This is not like YouTube where when you're monetized, you get paid for every 1,000 views. There's a monetary value assigned to your video. So for every 1,000 views, you may get $5, you may get $19, you may get $20, you may get $50, depending on the niche that you're in. I can tag a product. I can go back, repost this portion of the live tomorrow, tag Kajal in it. There is no guarantee that I'm going to get any commission off of it. I have the opportunity if somebody clicks on it and they actually order. And here's the crazy part. That does not even go into the monetization pool for this month. You got to wait 45 to 90 days to even get that money, because somebody might send the product back. So guess what they do? They snatch it back from you. But y'all don't know that. Y'all, you know why you don't know that? It's because of this rule right here. You are guilty before proven innocent in this community. So all of my people that you want to be fragrance influencers, and this is mainly for YouTube. TikTok, yeah, they kind of deal with this. IG, I rarely see it. YouTube is death row. That's why people don't like to hang out over here. Respect to everybody, and this is not me pushing up myself. It's easier for you to be successful on IG. It's nicer. It's easier for you to be successful on TikTok. It's hard over here. It's tough. People quit. They quit before they even start. That's why I tell everybody that say something crazy, I can't wait to see your review. You're not going to do it because you're ugly. And I'm not saying that to be mean. I'm saying that because you don't like yourself. And you have not gotten to the place where you've gotten over yourself enough to make a fool of yourself. Every time I get on this camera and this microphone, I make a fool of myself. That's why I'm winning. Because you get to a point where you don't care. My skin is oily. I might have a breakout here. My head is half lopsided. If I wear this, if this ain't right, one of my teeth is getting on my nerves. You know what I'm saying? Like this ain't, you get to a point where you got to stop caring. Because I like myself. I might not like everything that's going on with me, and I can control that. A majority of it I can fix. Some of it I can't fix. But you get to a point where you be like, you know what? It doesn't matter. I'm gonna put the content out there anyway. But in this space, more than any other space that I've seen, I do not see this in the sneaker community. I do not see this in the car community. I do not see this in the jewelry community. I do not see this in the tech community. In this space, more than any other space that I've seen, if you like something that is popular, you already seen it, you're gonna get accused of shilling. Automatically. Without you giving context, without you being able to breathe, without you being able to open your mouth. When they see the thumbnail and the title, it's over. You are guilty before you are proven innocent. The only thing that proves you innocent is consistency. So now, y'all know it's hard for me. I be talking about people mamas, and I got to stop. But this is the other rule that you have to understand. You got to go to the Jerry Jones School of Marketing. Hold on. You got to go to the Jerry Jones School of Marketing. Engagement is engagement. Bad press is still good press. It amazes me how people have not learned that on social media yet. And they be commenting, going away. I'll be like, keep typing. Keep commenting. See, if you really don't like, going back to my conversation earlier, you know the quickest way to kill something you don't like? Shut up. Social media is the greatest drug ever. Not crack, not heroin or heroin, as we like to say, not methamphetamines, not none of it. Social media. Attention. The need to feel smart because you weren't. Y'all know, like most smart people, a lot of them really aren't on social because they don't have the time to be. I'm talking like people that was legit smart in school. They don't have this insatiable desire to prove themselves to be smart. We got too many people that want to be right. I'm like, bro, if that's what makes you help you go to sleep at night, that's fine. We got too many people. They gon'. One of my former pastors used to say, he said, what when you come to a stoplight, green means what? Everybody said go. He said no. I want y'all, if you don't remember nothing else I said tonight, I want you to remember this. This might keep you from having an accident. And I pray none of y'all run into that situation. Green does not mean go. Green means you have the right to go. But you could be dead right. Some of y'all are so hell bent on being dead right that it is crazy. It is sickening. So you get to a point, you be like, you know how you be arguing with somebody, or you may get an argument with your girl, you be like, all right, you know what? You're right. You're right. You got it. And you want to piss the person off, comment and be like, you got it. You got it. Oh, that make them real mad then. No, because you want to argue. Oh, you want to argue. It means you have the right to go. But y'all, when the light turns green, stop taking off. Look first. Because if somebody flies through that intersection and T-bones you and you die, guess what? You had the right of way. But because you're so pressed to be right, you're going to be dead right. And they might be dead wrong. And I don't care if you right or wrong, both of y'all going to be dead. People be like, is the glass half empty or is it half full? I don't want half. I don't want half. What difference? I don't want half. So in this space, you gonna be guilty until proven innocent. But again, just thank people. Say you right, thumbs up, or be like, hey, thank you for commenting. So I'm gonna run through this real quick just in case you didn't see it. Number one, you ain't got a lot of kick it, Craig. Stop lying. This is what mostly everybody is mad about. They mad because people out here saying fragrances is 1-to-1 and this is better than the OG or whatever. You ain't got all you got to do is go to the Red Adolescent Stephen School of Reviewing. Just talk about the fragrance. As a matter of fact, this is something I'm learning. Stay away from the comparison. Why? Because comparison is the thief of joy. Stay away from the comparison. Whether it's a clone, stay away from it. You will actually get more sales and more clicks if you stay away from the comparison. Here's a trick. Stay away from the comparison. They're going to ask you in the comments. That's where you answer the question in the comments. Because people going to ask. I have to train myself to do that because I will say stuff in the video knowing the question they're going to ask. Leave something for the comment section. Great writers know how to leave cliffhangers, especially if they're writing a series. If it's a show, if it's a movie, if it's going to be, a trilogy or anything like that, it's like, okay, I got to leave something on the bone. But you ain't got to lie to my man. This one to know. People will say this is 1-to-1. The only difference. Oh my God. So it's not 1-to-1 then. But I already told y'all they're comparing dry downs. All right. Number 2, if you want to be a fragrance reviewer. Well, first of all, know there's a difference between reviewer and influencer. Men lie, women lie, and numbers lie too. Folks out here are skewing statistics. They are skewing analytics. There are people who have bots. There are people who, there is a quote unquote fake way to do it, to where you basically hire a third party company to kind of push. I'm not talking about ads. So basically there's a bot where you know how on Facebook, if you mention highlight, it sends it to everybody. That's kind of what it does. It kind of sends the video to a whole bunch of people. But you know how they used to have labs or forms, CD forms or MP3 forms back in the day to get people's spins up? It's the same system that they do in music. Because if you notice, all of the likes and the subscribes, they'll be from like another country. And you'd be like, man, I got a lot of people that just, no disrespect, I got a lot of people that just subscribed to me from India. What's going on? And the way you can always tell, when you have a video that has like 10,000 views and 10 comments, come on, dog. Come on, dog. Come on, bro. Come on. Because maybe y'all agree with this, maybe you don't. To me, in Fragcom, 10K, I think for us is considered, you're considered viral as a metric, as a neutral metric. If you consider the big boys, and then you consider the up and coming creators and then the small creators, I think if you have a video, well, I can't speak to TikTok, I can't speak to IG, but on YouTube, if you got a video that hits 10K, you putting in work. If you got a video that gets between 5 and 10K, you are like, you got good traction. You got good, like, that means YouTube is pushing your video. Like YouTube pushed your video out and people responded to it and they're continuing to push it. Now, that doesn't mean that anything less than 5K, because sometimes it also does depend on the trend. It does depend on the topic. It also depends on the timing. It depends on the element. I keep telling y'all, there is a way to naturally, like, don't let people lie to you and tell you that SEO is dead. It is not. Shout out to my guy. I don't know if he's watching. One of my recent followers. When I tell you, he has been commenting on everything I do. Hold on. Spray and pray. Dalen. Spray and pray since. Spray and pray hit me up. He asked me a question, and I'm not trying to take claim for nothing. I want to show y'all. I don't know everything, but what I know, I know. He asked me a question, and I was like, I sent him a voice note. Yeah, they be having 10,000 views with 10 comments. I sent him a voice note, and hold on. I sent him a voice note and I said, hey, do A, B, C, D. I said, hold on. I said, do A, B, C, D.
I just picked up 4 of the.
Spray and Pray Scent is his channel. I'm about to show it to you. I said, do A, B, C, D. Do this right here. And this video the other day, hold on, let me share it real quick. This video is gonna boom. You know why? Because it's about that time. There is a trick to this platform. YouTube is a packaging platform. Bruh. So this joint is performing 54 times better than the average on this channel. 7 days ago, he's already at 6,000 views. Top 10 summer fragrances. Because originally, when I talked to him, I said, okay, go look at your videos. All right. Evaluate the titles. Look at the titles. Look at what you're putting in the titles. Nobody is going to search for that. All right. Nobody's going to search for that. And so I said, look at what you're doing. Your successful videos, the videos that had got the most views, and just start switching stuff up and start changing stuff around. And then do it based on what the algorithm tells you to do. I don't know why y'all, I'm not a plant. I keep telling y'all, bro, this is real. This is simple game. It really is that simple. It's just, but look at the consistency. Look at the consistency. He's only at 726. Mark my words. He is going to blow up. He is going to blow up. He is going to blow up. He is going to blow. He reminds me of, what's my guy, man? What's my guy? Y'all, I'm not saying this to be funny. What's my guy that had hair surgery? What is my guy that just had hair surgery? I'm not even being funny. Shucks. Chad. He reminds me of Chad. And speaking of Chad, let's go to Chad's channel. Chad Secrets. Man, I could have clicked on it right here. He reminds me of Chad. Y'all don't need to be in Chad business. Chad just hit 100K, y'all. Y'all, bro. Chad just hit 100. I got to find this video. I might not be able to find it. Chad just hit 100K. When did Chad hit 100? I remember when Chad hit 100. Chad just hit 100. What date was this? On August the 5th, 2025, Chad was at 95,000 subs. Hold on, I want y'all to see this. On August the 5th, Chad was at 95,000 subs. Chad is at 143,000 subs right now. What are we arguing about? I don't count other. Let me tell y'all something. Now, here's another rule. Let me help you with something. Let me help you with something. Let me help you with something. Let me help you with this. Stop competing. You can't compete. You have heard me say this before. Stop using somebody else's finish line to determine how you start your race. Shout out to the 133 likes we got. Shout out to the 112 people that's watching in the building. Comparison is the robbery. It is the thief of joy. But here's the reality of it. When you deal with learning the market sector, like competition, there's what we call business competition or healthy competition, where you are paying attention. Burger King is paying attention to what McDonald's is doing as it relates to, like, if McDonald's changes who they buy their beef from, you better believe everybody else is paying attention. If McDonald's changes who they are buying their chicken from, you better believe everybody else is paying attention. If Amazon changes something, you better believe Walmart is paying attention. Xbox, one of the co-creators of the Xbox, I seen an article today, I don't know if it was fake or not, says that Microsoft may be planning to downgrade what, I don't want to say discontinue, but there's a chance that Microsoft could be backing away from the console game. Because one of the leading proprietors in AI is Microsoft. You think Sony ain't paying attention? What y'all doing? And y'all act like these people don't have conversations. That's what I'm saying. We sitting here arguing over scraps, and these folks at the table talking to one another. You can't compete. You can't compete. And respectfully, I'm gonna say this gonna sound crazy. Ain't a European company in this world that can compete with any company in the Middle East. That's play money. So if they want it to be, oh, y'all want originality. I mean, bro, they're already doing it. They could technically buy off every perfumer that's available. The only perfumers that would be left are the ones that are the namesake to the brand. That's different money. Like, that's a whole different category. That's play money. That's what I'm saying. They don't even wear it. People, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of the European brands, like, it's worn. Like, they wear it. Most of the people in the Middle East, they don't wear this stuff we be wearing. It's the people in the West. They don't wear it. Not like we think they do. So I'm like, what are we arguing about? But you can't compete. So don't come in this space looking at what Big Beard is doing, looking at what Neeb is doing, looking at what Jeremy Fragrance is doing. It's cool that you want to aspire to be at a certain place or level in life. Get up. Don't let that go. Let that go. Let that go. Let that go. Bro, so let me run again. Numbers lie. People be boosting. Know your audience. There is a difference between IG, TikTok, and YouTube. I already said that. If you don't understand that, ask me later. PR don't pay bills. Relationships will always be greater and outweigh PR. All right. I told you, prepare yourself for the BS because it's going to come. You ain't got a lot to kick it. Just tell the truth. I had to put that twice. Stop competing. Integrity, man. No matter what the trend is, what people say about you when the camera goes off, that's branding. I teach this all the time. Marketing is how you feel about yourself. Business cards, websites, profiles, all of that stuff. You're trying to make a great first impression. That's how you feel about yourself. Branding is not how you feel about yourself. Branding is how people feel about you. Branding is what people say about you when you're not in their presence. Branding, when your name comes up in a conversation, whatever that gut feeling that a person has about you, that's your brand. Good, bad, or indifferent, deserved or not, that's your brand. So if people get sick to their stomach, when they hear, you know, they be like, man, Fat Boy Finesse, they be like, ugh. Like, even the hate, that's part of the brand. It comes with the territory. That's why I be like, some of y'all ain't ready. Again, go to the Jerry Jones School of Enjoyment. The marketing, just all engagement is a good engagement. But this is the most important thing. Bro, enjoy the fragrance, man. Stop being hell-bent on trying to be an influencer that you forget you are just an enthusiast, bro. Sis, you know, because it ain't just, the majority of people watching me are fellas. So that's why I say, bro. But like, yo, remember to enjoy the fragrance. Remember to enjoy the fragrance. I know we didn't talk a lot. I didn't really get through anything that I really wanted to talk about tonight. But we did have some great conversation. I do want to say this real quick, and then we're going to get ready to get out of here. All right. So I'm going to look at the chat. I'm not looking at the chat because I want to hurry up and get out of here. I still got 100 people watching. I did get the opportunity today to smell the latest release from Creed. I did get a chance to smell that at Saks when I was on my way back from home. Wild Vetiver. I did get a chance today to smell Wild Vetiver. I did get a chance to put it on paper. And I also got a chance to put it on skin. And I still have it on skin right now. That was roughly around 2:12 p.m. And so it is probably slowly fading away at this point, definitely becoming a skin scent. Here's the real question. Is Creed dead? Is Creed back? I know people have kind of been up in arms since the whole L'Oreal. Was it L'Oreal that purchased Creed? I think since the acquisition. And you have Centaurus, you have Delphinus. If I'm not mistaken, I think Azzaro was the first creation under the L'Oreal rebrand. Is it L'Oreal? Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. It wasn't Estee Lauder. I believe it was L'Oreal that acquired Creed. Somebody correct me in the chat if I'm wrong. But is this fragrance worth $490? You get this beautiful woody, aromatic, fresh, spicy fragrance. That's the profile that you get with this. On my skin, I'm gonna tell you what the star of the show is: citrus and vetiver. And then you get the slightest bit of rose. Now, again, this is going to be very subjective to who you are. It does not come out until the 17th. This fragrance comes out on the 17th. I actually did put my name on the list for pre-purchase. I'm not buying this. Not for $490. Because shout out to Creed. Does it smell good? It's a little sharp. It's a little sharp. It is heavy on the citrus. I'm talking like even like a couple of hours later, heavy on the citrus. You definitely get the vetiver, but you get a lot of citrus. Wild vetiver, I was assuming it was going to be similar to original vetiver. I expected this to be a lot more green than what it was. I didn't get a lot of green out of this fragrance. The black currant is definitely there. The black currant does not necessarily come off like cassis or cat piss. It actually is well blended with the rose. It comes off like a juniper to me almost. When I first smelt it, it came off like a juniper. Came off like a juniper. That bergamot is I was about to say something crazy. It is juicy. It is juicy. It is a very sharp. It is not a smooth bergamot. Bergamot typically is not it's not like lime. It's not like lemon. It usually is a little bit warmer. It's not warm, especially you would think that with the pepper that's in the top. Now, your experience might be different, but I got straight citrus and vetiver with a little bit of rose. And I was like, the black currant was coming off like juniper berries to me. It was almost like a less sweet citrus style of, I want to say Scent of Peace, which is pretty much like all juniper, but it wasn't that sweet, less sweet, but it was giving me that feel. It didn't do anything like a vetiver sensual or anything like that. But yeah. Now I heard Daniel Renee talk about this is Delina. It didn't smell anything like Delina to me. Like nothing. Like it smelled nothing. To me, Delina is way more floral on my skin. Again, this is going to be completely subjective. But even on the strip and on skin, it smelled nothing like Delina to me. Like this smelled like a very citrus, heavy citrus forward vetiver fragrance. $490. I mean, the price is the price. Again, if we talk about value, it is a well blended fragrance. I'm not that rich. And so typically the vetiver fragrances that come to mind, original vetiver, which is a classic, from Creed, vetiver sensual, which I think is the best vetiver out there. I think Juliet Has a Gun. That vetiver is a good vetiver as well. So those are the vetivers that I would be matching this up against. It don't smell better than vetiver sensual in my opinion. I don't think it smells that better than the original vetiver. Not in my opinion, again. So like I said, I would have appreciated more of that cedar wood being there, to give it something a little bit different. It's not as woody as I was expecting it, like the outside of the vetiver, but I wanted some more depth, more cedar. I would have expected something like that from Creed. But like I said, I think the rose is going to be very subjective to your skin chemistry. That's one of the things that I'm learning about rose. It kind of depends. It depends on the skin. Rose is one of those things. It depends on the skin. It depends on the skin. It depends on the skin. So 490, the price is the price. And I know there are going to be some people that love it. I know it's going to be a welcomed fragrance. When you look at it within context of what Creed has put out, it is going to be it's kind of like Argos. When they came out with Neptune's tried it, it was like, oh my God, thank God, because we tired of smelling rose oud. You think about Centaurus, you think about Delphinus, you think about Oud Zarian. This is going to be a welcome, be like, whoa, okay, we got another vibrant, freshy, so to speak. This is not really green to me. I wouldn't call this a green fragrance, but we got somewhat of a freshy spice fragrance from Creed done in a Creed way. But 490, nah, not for that profile. Not for that profile. To me, there's nothing really special about it. Not for 490. Not for 490. Now, if you're a Creed head, you're going to love it. You're going to love it. You're going to buy it. All right. Now, that's Creed Wild Vetiver. The other one I got a chance to smell today, Azzaro Forever Wanted Absolu. And I understand why Azzaro has the biggest marketing PR budget in the world, because everybody and their mama, their cat, and their dog got this bottle except for me. And I'm kind of glad, because I doubt, even though Azzaro is probably, I go back and forth, but it's probably my favorite, between that and Valentino, it's probably my favorite designer brand. I'm not really pressed on this. With this one, you get, it's not as boozy. A lot of the whiskey that's there is kind of hidden. You get a dry vanilla. So you get a dry vanilla, to me, that is similar to like the Silky Woods type of vanilla that's in a Goldfield and Banks. But you get that amber. And so the amber here is tricky because, you know, amber, depending on how high of the amber content is in a fragrance, it can almost come off slightly fecal. That's why or barnyard, as I like to say. It can almost give you a oud feel if you're not careful. That's why I don't like Boss Bottle Absolu, because the amber there is too elevated. Even in Tales of Amber, now that I mentioned Goldfield and Banks, it's too much. I don't like the way it comes off. But this is a dry vanilla. It's okay, but it is not worth, in my opinion, it is not worth the marketing dollars or the push that was put behind this. To me, the Parfum is still the best one. This is not the best Azzaro from the wanted, most wanted, whatever you want to talk about. This is not the best one. The Parfum is that's the black bottle with the gradient. If I could reach it, I would grab it for y'all. But that's the best one. This is different, which is why I can see people liking it. But to me, if you're one of those people where you champion Boss Bottle Absolu, this is just kind of a weaker version of that with a drier vanilla. You know, and I'm smelling it on strip. I put it on skin on my other hand, and I was like, yeah, this is all PR. This is a PR stunt. It's a PR stunt. It's a PR. Now, again, that's my opinion. I'm y'all know me. It's 100%, you know what I'm saying, subjective. I don't think it's worth it. And I'm not accusing anybody of getting on camera and this, that, and the third. I think if you like Boss Bottle Absolu, this is a lesser version of that. You don't get as much as that barnyard. The vanilla here is a little bit drier, you know, and that whiskey, you know, it's supposed to, you do get a slight bit of the smoke. I was expecting a little bit more booze. I don't get a lot of booze from this. I didn't get a lot of booze, even smelling now, like later. Like I said, all of this was around 2 o'clock. And so it was like, so it's been like, say, basically been a full work day at this point. I didn't really get a lot of booze like I expected. And so, yeah, those are first impressions, you know what I'm saying, as it relates to both of them. Honestly, I'm going to end up getting a sample of Wild Vetiver, and I'm going to get a sample of Forever Wanted Absolu. And we're going to, you know, get them on skin and actually get a full wearing, like an actual full wearing, and then come back and see how we feel about it. I told y'all, we really try not to do the whole first impression thing because you got to get through the dry down. And so just on what I did, was able to get on skin today, I was like, okay, just for a first time and coming into contact with someone, I was like, okay, Wild Vetiver, I'm sorry. I appreciate that more than I do Forever One Absolu. Forever One Absolu. Azzaro, you know I'm not on your PR list. I might not get on it after now. It's cool, but it's not your best one. Can we do something different? Everybody, Boss, Azzaro, let's leave the amber and the vanilla behind. Because y'all can do the same thing at the end of the year going into next year. So I'm wondering how this is going to go. Because I feel like what was so groundbreaking with Boss Bottle Absolute that y'all was going crazy over next year, they're going to do the same thing. Except now they're going to call it Boss Bottle Absolute Elixir of the Endangered Species. I don't know what Azzaro is going to name their fragrance because they running out of names. But yeah, that was the deal on that. So, yeah, man. So I'm gonna look at the chat one last time and then I'm gonna get ready to get out of here. All right. He says, if you want the best Vetiver fragrances out now, you was talking about that. You was talking about that. All right. Purple Melancholia is the one I have got to get my note. I should have just, typically I would order Valentino, but I told y'all I wasn't gonna do that this year. I told y'all I was gonna sample stuff. We was gonna be more responsible with our buying. Raleigh sucks because I still haven't been able to get my nose on it, and I've been looking for that junk everywhere. But I agree with amber, vanilla, mango. Yeah, chill. But Ralph, I'm definitely looking forward to that. Jason, I believe you because you've been talking about that Vetiver in wool. That's a joint you purchased. We were talking about the other day, right? Yeah. Now, I don't have any other Gorilla bottles. I'm shocked, Jason. Jason said he was in no rush. I'm shocked. Yeah, I'm going to try to get my nose on purple melancholia ASAP. Yeah. Now at 250. I think it's worth it. We got another super chat. Appreciate that. Shout out to D Harvey, man. This guy got me hooked on Ecamm Live 5 years ago, and now I have 20 bottles on the top. Bro, shout out. Though these are the chats that I appreciate. I keep trying to tell y'all. That was 5 years ago. Bro, we not new to this. Not the streaming game, bro. Shout out to the 97 people that are still watching. But yeah, we get ready to get out of here, man, because it's 9:21. I'm overtime. Vetiver in wool, I got to check out. And Lions Pride, I appreciate you coming through, man. Infinity Silver, I have Infinity Silver is cool. It just comes off a bit too synthetic, which is why I didn't buy it. And I've smelt it on at least 5 different occasions. The hair store has it. Every time I go back, I try to give it another chance. It just comes off a bit too synthetic to my nose. Yeah, I don't know what Daniel was smelling that. I was like, and I smelled Delina again today. I was like Delina smells like Delina. This don't smell nothing like Delina. Yeah, this don't smell nothing like Delina. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, but yeah. So it's interesting what's going on. Anyone, any recommendations for a Bond number 9 New York minute? Hey, appreciate that, D-Web. Mr. Whammy, you crazy. Yeah, I'm going to check out, so I walked right past that joint today, Ralph, and I did not smell it. Hey, appreciate that, Lurk. I got to go smell that. I seen you had that, and I walked right past it today and forgot it. Vetiver and wool is on the list. Icon. All right, so we have Icon as well. I got both. To me, Icon is not better than Lamar. They are. I put Lamar above Icon, me personally, but this would be a 1B. This is passion fruit. Pineapple and rose, passion fruit. And y'all know how I feel about passion fruit. Passion fruit sometimes make me sick. To me, this, and I said this, somebody tried to argue with me on the video. If there is such a thing, this leans more masculine than this. All right. We are getting away from the whole, like, at this point, fragrance is gender neutral, gender fluid. But if we gonna play the marketing game, to me, they are perfectly unisex. I see more women wearing this than this. This comes off, the profile is perfumed. It has more depth than Lamar does. Lamar is louder though. It's because of the rose in it and the apple. But this to me has more depth. All right. I think you got to have both. All right. Let me get out of here. I'm running late. Lamar Noir is, I can't do it, fam. Like, I like it. Yeah. And yes, I've tried. I like Decision. I like 40. I got some, bro. I got so many samples of Amouage. I like Decision. I like Purpose. I like Guidance 46. So yeah. Oh, for sure, Gary. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. All right. I gotta go. Y'all be easy. I appreciate y'all rocking out with your boy tonight, man. Hey, man. Hey, bro. I love what we have going on. Let's keep it going. But yeah, if nobody has told you today, I love you. If nobody has told you today, I'm proud of you. If nobody has told you today, I care about what you got going on, man. Feel better, smell better, live better. It's as simple as that. Feel better, smell better, live better. Y'all be easy and have a great rest of your evening. Lego.